About time. About time. We'll be with you in a minute and 50 seconds.
Is that it?
Something like, yeah, we're not doing 5-minute intros anymore.
That's a pretty nice beach there. Where is that?
Somewhere in the Caribbean.
Oh, Virgin Islands?
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner.
All of my sexual fantasies involve handcuffs.
It's going to be a wild one today. A lot of crazy shit has happened, so I hope you guys are all looking forward to it. What's going on, chat? Chat, is that true, chat? Chat. Chat, I need to crowdsource my decisions, chat. I am like a woman that way.
Holy fucking shit, this fucking timeline is lit all over. It's over. World's biggest Alex Joner. Holy fucking cow, this fucking timeline is
Yeah. From now on, send me all this to that email. Holy.
23 seconds before the show, you get the show outline.
I got it. I've been looking over it. It's just like 6 pages. I could at least printed it out.
Printed it out.
I'm old school, remember?
I honestly get it.
I wrote it all out by hand on a
I
notebook.
still prefer that myself. I get it. I get it.
No, it's all good.
Incredible thumbnail today you're looking at, made by our friend Dodger. Fantastic dude. Also made our 3cc logo. Oh, let's bring it down and say hello. Welcome to 3cc on Sunday. My name is John Ward, allegedly. Allegedly. Quickly, let me say thank you again to Dodger, who made the logo on the flag behind me as well. And joining us today, we got the Deacon and also Zeb from South Carolina. And Mihaly Sogor's in the house.
How we doing?
How are you guys all doing? I also want to shout out those 2 pictures on the wall. That is William Maines. I keep forgetting to actually show his pictures. So there you go. Little 3cc there. Also want to throw a quick shout out, Zeb there on the TV, Zeb Boykin on YouTube, check him out, and also our buddy not with us today, KinoFlex Movie Reviews. Check out the channel KinoFlex if you're inclined. Let's say quickly hello. Let's say hello to you guys first. Just quick hello. Just a quick one.
Just a quick hello.
That's all it is. What's going on, Mihaly?
Oh, not too much. Glad to be back, man.
What's going on, Zeb?
What's up?
Quick hello to the chat as always. Joshua Lundy, what's going on? Just listen to Snickers for the Beast. Great track, if I do say so myself. Big Island Kabuto, Jesus Island Kabuto, Markets and Moto. Who else rhymes with Odo? David Olerking, Sister Girl, welcome back. Artful Dodger, there he is in the house. Stacking Coins, welcome. Lord of the Ree, always good to see you. Mostly Peaceful Combat Vet. Jeez, I'm just jamming everything together. What is going on? Robert Whaley, always good to see you. Mantara and Mantara backwards. Allegedly. John, did I get the song I sent you? Yes, I did, Lord of the Ree. I actually quite liked it. Continue to work on Inward. That's my final plug of my shit. The miniseries continues. Also one final thing. If you would like to be a call-in guest on this show like Zeb is, join the Gilded channel and talk to me through that. So, that all being said, let's quickly turn it over to the Deacon for our prayer, and then we'll jump into it.
Good morning, everybody. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Dear Lord, I bless you for... Let's start this again.
Yeah, I wore off on you.
Wow.
Jesus is disappointed in you.
Yeah.
I know. Dear Lord, we ask for another day here on planet Earth, and you came through it for us. We ask that you look over each and every one of us, inside this room, outside this room, and everywhere around the world. Dear Lord, I ask that you please look over my son and his family during their time of great heartache. Their oldest dog, Remy Star, my pappy's puppy. She was diagnosed with brain cancer this past week, and they just brought her home to live out the rest of her time here with us, with her family, And I just ask you to take that poor puppy into your arms, dear Lord. Ask this as we do every Sunday in your blessed name. Amen.
Amen.
Now, if I can, I have just another minute here.
Absolutely.
On a personal note, guys, if anybody out there is still old enough and still remembers family reunions, I was at a family reunion today for my late wife's family, which I'm invited to forever. If I don't go, I get kicked out of the family. So I show up every year for this. We eat good, trust me. This year, there's 22 people at this family reunion. 10 years ago, I was looking at a picture. There was 40 people there. And over the years, I understand people grow old, people move away, and people lose touch. But I'm asking each and every one of you that if you've had a family reunion before, if you even want to have a family reunion, do it. Bring the family together. These family traditions is what's starting to be lost every year that these kids, and that's where it starts at, is taking your kids to these family reunions, to go see family, to try and reconnect, to try and learn your history of your family, to see how your family's involved with what's going on in this country. A family is one of the biggest parts of the government's control of us through media, through all their points, through everything they seem to do. They want to tear the family out of this nation. And today was just an example of people growing old, people moving away, and people losing connection. And I just asked if anybody out there still has reunions and stuff, keep it going. Do it for as long as you can. Get the young people as involved as you can with it. And with that, I'll turn it over to my partner.
Families are always rising and falling in America.
It's true. Very true.
Nobody's gonna finish that Departed meme. Someone's supposed to go. Who said that?
I was thinking Hank Williams Jr.
No.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, family
De Niro.
And then I say Hawthorne.
You only want no
Hawthorne,
Hank.
that's right.
And then you go, what's the matter? Do you don't know any Shakespeare?
Damn, you got me off guard on that one.
Oh, man, yes. First hour of the show, we call it American Scripture. It's really not the first hour. It's kind of a quick little history thing relevant today. So we're going to jump into that for a second. And what I would like to primarily put on your radar is the Declaration of the Causes and Necessity of Taking Up Arms. Everybody knows about the Declaration of Independence. This was before that, July 6, 1775, written by Thomas Jefferson and John Dickinson. The Declaration describes what colonists viewed as the effort of the British Parliament to extend its jurisdiction into the colonies following the 7 Years' War. We'll talk about that another show. Objectionable policies listed in the Declaration include the big one, the original meme, taxation. No taxation without representation. Great meme. It rhymes. They knew what they were doing in 1775. They put that right into the memory.
I think they read Shakespeare.
God damn. Is that iambic pentameter? Declaration of... No, I'm not doing that whole
We
thing.
still have an issue with that.
Oh, here's a little quote. The legislator of Great Britain, however, stimulated by an inordinate passion... I got to read it on this screen or I won't be able to do it. Inordinate passion for power not only unjustifiable, but which they know to be peculiarly reprobated, Jesus, they talked funny back then, by the very constitution of that kingdom, and desperate of success in any mode of contest where regard should be had to the truth, law, or right, have at length, deserting those, attempted to effect their cruel and impolitic, I got my context right, impolitic, purpose of enslaving these colonies by violence, and have thereby rendered it necessary for us to close with their last appeal from reason to arms. Basically translated, as I understand it, England sucks, fuck them, they brought this on themselves, we're not going to be your slaves, we're no longer going to appeal, we're now declaring the necessity of taking up arms, and there's a whole list of the reasons why. I think we should write some sort of document like this in the near future with respect to what's going on today. So number one, did you guys know about this declaration?
Not until you actually brought it up.
Honestly, it wasn't really on my radar.
I don't think that was ever taught in my history class.
I've been researching these times quite a bit. What would you, Mihaly, consider a cause for taking up arms?
A cause for taking up arms? How graphic do we want to get here?
Well, I'm thinking at least right now, Epstein files not being released, Tulsi Gabbard revealing Obama committed treason, which we already are those causes? I don't know. You shouldn't answer that.
Well, no. Well, to your point though, those things are all way past of what they would consider reasons for taking up arms. I mean,
yeah, we
what was
might
a
need to go
3%?
back to the those are intolerable acts.
What was a 3% tax that they decided to start a revolution
It
over?
was less than that, I think,
Yeah,
even. It was
and
like
now-
1%.
Yeah, now look at how much we're taxed, and we can get into a whole school
They
board
said
thing too.
Boston Harbor meat tea. One of the coolest. I hope one day we all dress up as Native Americans and go throw some tea somewhere. Do you know there was a Philadelphia Tea Party also? I found that out in my research.
Philadelphia Tea Party.
After the Boston Tea Party kicked it off, and then a
Were
bunch
the
of people,
Italians involved with that or what?
bunch of people imitated it. It was kind of like that fucking Harlem Shake video.
Oh, all right, yeah.
So the Boston Tea Party was,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of everybody
no
else
shit.
made one.
Philly.
So anyway, there is your American scripture from the day. I said first hour. It was about 4 minutes. This isn't it's not comprehensive history, people. It's, anyway, check it out. So the Declaration of the Causes and Necessity of Taking Up Arms. Good part of
There you
American
go.
history.
David Ollerking is getting caught having an affair at a Coldplay concert.
You guys see that shit?
Necessity for taking up
The Coldplay thing? Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Dude,
that's big.
Yeah.
The
He
past-
resigned. As of this morning, I read he resigned.
My pastor at
Did he?
church made a
Yeah, as of this morning, I read that he resigned. Yeah, they accepted his resignation.
If those idiots just hadn't reacted, no one would have.
Oh, I know, man. If they just turned around real casual,
Rookie mistake.
but boom, man.
I always remember from the show Entourage, Ari Gold, the agent. Deny till you die.
Yeah.
Well, that's your Panicans right there.
That's our people.
Yeah, they're
We're
panicking. All right, they panic.
That is the title of the show. Thanks for getting me back on track, Zeb. Panicans and Planicans. I like Planicans. Trust the plan. So it's all been flipped on its head. Why don't we just jump right into what we're calling hour two? We'll take a short break somewhere around 5:30, something like that. And then we'll take your live call-in. So
Yeah.
starting with Epstein, Trump, and influencers. Zeb, you've been a little quiet. Why don't you kick it off on? I know you have strong thoughts about this while I get these videos ready.
Dude, I've been blackpilling all week, man. Chad, I guess just to plug myself, I go live for about, 2 hours, around 3 o'clock, somewhere between 3 and 5 every day, every weekday. But this week, dude, it's been black pills across the board. I know I was here last week, last Sunday, we said we're not going to get anything from Epstein for give or take 4 months. Sticking with it. You're not getting anything. I know they promised something. Dude, there's so much going on. They promised something Thursday that they were going to deliver Friday. They didn't deliver Friday because court order stopped it up. So they say they're going to push it to next week. They're going to keep pushing this can down the road. That's what's going to happen until.
Zeb, is this a limited hangout?
I can't read that. It looks like hieroglyphics on my screen.
How about that?
Uh,
This
limited
is
partial
a
hangout.
term quickly worth putting in your vocabulary. A limited hangout, meaning they're hanging shit out in a limited way, is a tactic used in media relations, perception management, politics, and something that Mihaly is covering. The tactic originated as a technique in the espionage trade. Concept. Basically, it means they'll reveal partial truths or some of the truth while protecting other parts of it. I think you're saying blackpilling that then you would then be suggesting, Zeb, that this whole Trump-Epstein thing is a limited hangout orchestrated by Pam Bondi and maybe Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and probably Trump as well. Is that what you're saying?
I think Bondi's caught up in the crossfire. I think she's incompetent. I think she's a she. I think she shouldn't be there. So,
she's
I
a
don't
woman.
blame her necessarily.
Because
but
she's
yes,
a woman.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, it's definitely a limited hangout. They've given us they're going to give us a little bit to maybe satisfy the base. I think they've tried to do that before, right? What was phase one when they brought out all the binders that didn't give us anything? They've been, as you say, a partial or limited hangout us for like 6 months since we've been on this thing. I guess 4 since Bondi started, but. Yeah, limited hangout. You're not going to get everything. You're going to get a little bit. You're going to get a little bit. You're going to get a little bit to get the base satisfied. And in between that little bit that you get, you're going to get things like Tulsi Gabbard rolling out. Oh, surprise! Russia was a hoax. It's like, obviously, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. So the question that you posed to Mihaly is, at what point should we take up arms? I would say the point where we are attempted to be a coup or attempted coup against, let's say, the Trump administration. They find out, and then nothing happens, and nobody goes to jail. I think that's probably a good place to take up arms.
That's a good place to start.
Is that where we're heading with this
That's where we're at.
Tulsi Gabbard and Obama stuff you're saying?
I don't think anything's going to happen.
We already knew about it.
Is anything going to happen to Biden with his auto pen? No, you can't go back. You can't rewind 4 or 5 years. You can't rewind 20 years back to before Obama. You just can't do it. And, I mean, they're not going to punish him because they haven't. I mean, has he locked her up yet? I mean, he literally ran on that in 2016. It's been.
Let me ask you this question. Would
10 years.
it even be a smart political move to put Obama in jail?
Yes.
You think so? Think about how many fucking T-shirts they would sell. with the guy's face on it.
Doesn't matter.
Like, just think about the boost Trump got from being arrested. And
Yeah, but
even
it's not the same.
even if it was
You
totally
can't equate-
different, but that in the Democrat mind, that doesn't matter. The actual reasons behind the arrest, that just galvanizes their base to me in a time where they should be weak, but we keep letting them stick
How much
around.
of a base
Well,
is the
I don't think they
Democrat-
have a base is the problem.
Yeah,
Let's just say their base is gone. I
in
mean,
trouble anyway.
Because they cut it off.
They've been overrun by.
Get it, Deacon?
Well, they're
just took me a
the
second to-
precursor
Yeah, me
to
too.
what the Republican Party is going to be, right? They split far left and these moderate centrist. The Republican Party is on the edge of splitting far right and moderate centrist. I mean, those are loose titles, but
Even if their base is smaller, it is a unified base, whereas the Republican Party is made up of all these different coalitions that is just much easier to fall apart.
Well, that sort of tracks with kind of what we're talking about with Epstein and Trump himself saying, what the fuck, base, you're not blindly supporting me like the left does for them, and that's why we lose and whatever. So let's just stick with that for a second. Let's stick with Trump Epstein and devote, 30 minutes.
well, he thinks his base is significantly higher. He put out a tweet earlier today maybe it was last night. Talking about he's getting polls coming in that says his approval rating's 90, 92, 93, 95%. It's like the people that are telling you that are lying to you to keep you pushing this Epstein thing that your base doesn't like.
Polls have always been meaningless.
So why is he trusting them now? Why
I
is he
don't know that I
parroting
would
them
say
now?
he is trusting them. I think he clearly is not gonna get engaged in this for what the reasons why are kind of what's confusing to everybody, and it's so.
What if we were to give him a slight benefit of the doubt? Is there a possibility?
I'm trying to.
Is there a possibility that he's using it as blackmail against the deep state?
That's definitely one possibility. Yeah.
It's something I've played with. If that was the case, he wouldn't just deny the files outright.
Yeah, that's what makes it weird. Is just the outright denial.
He would placate the base a little bit more and kind of allude to the idea that we're using. But if you say that, we have to have some type of result on the other side, and we don't have any result on the other side.
And see,
Right? If he was using these files last 6 months,
Well,
what do we have?
Oh, is this the files? What is this?
No, so this was a good 4chan poll thread that I thought was worth mentioning, just to make this even more complex and messy. But as far as theories go, so this is what they are sliding: a slide thread, meaning that a bunch of other shit gets talked about to push something like this out of the news. And so this is what they are sliding, says Anonymous. It's 4chan. Come on. 1972 to 74, Jeffrey Epstein does 2 years of college and then drops out. 74 to 76, 20-year-old college dropout. Jeffrey Epstein is hired to be a math teacher at Dalton, a prestigious school in New York City, by Donald Barr, the father of William Barr, we all know, Bill Barr, Trump's attorney general, who would later oversee Epstein's case and ultimate death in 2019. Fact. 1976 to 80, Jeffrey Epstein gets fired from his job as a teacher and gets hired at the investment bank Bear Stearns, where he helps clients achieve tax advantageous transactions, hides money for them, until finally Jeffrey Epstein is fired from this job as well for SEC violations. 1981. Epstein, just recently fired from his job hiding money for clients at Bear Stearns, is suddenly flying around the world in private jets with Douglas Lease, a big-time arms broker, who brokered the largest arms deal in UK history, the Al Yamama arms deal. Yamama, I don't know about that. Jeffrey Epstein has been hired as the money man to help grease the wheels and get arms deals signed for some of the largest companies on the planet. 81 to 86. Douglas Leese introduced Jeffrey Epstein to Adnan Khashoggi. Oh, Khashoggi, all right, an arms dealer and key player. We all remember Jamal Khashoggi getting chopped into little bits. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Probably related, I'm assuming. Key player in the Iran-Contra scandal. A lot of people say this all goes back to Iran-Contra. Epstein begins telling people that he is an intelligence agent, and becomes involved in the Iran-Contra scandal in which U.S. weapons were sold to Iran through Israel to fund a secret war in Nicaragua, which was Somoza, I think, is the name of the dictator. 1986, Jeffrey Epstein is introduced to Les Wexner. That's a name you never see in the news. That is very central to this. Billionaire CEO of Victoria's Secret and L Brands through a mutual friend in Palm Beach. 86 to 89, Jeffrey Epstein is introduced to Steve Hoffenberg and is paid $70,000 a month to consult for Towers Financial Corporation, which would ultimately turn out to be one of the largest Ponzi schemes in U.S. history. 91, Les Wexner grants full power of attorney to Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein becomes the head of the Wexner's Heritage Foundation. Epstein takes in tens of millions in fees for his services. 99 to 2000, Bill Clinton repeals Glass-Steagall, and immediately Jeffrey Epstein founds a new company with the help of Bear Stearns, who owned 40%, called Liquid Funding, a company that specializes in collateralized debt obligations, or CDOs, that had just become recently legal with the repeal of Glass-Steagall. CDOs would later go on to become the cause of the 2008 global financial crisis. 2003, getting close now. Jeffrey Epstein initiates a sale of a hedge fund owned by Bear Stearns known as Highbridge Capital to J.P. Morgan, and Epstein is paid $15 million, likely much more off the books, for advice. 2005, first victim comes forward who alleges her 14-year-old stepdaughter was paid $300 to strip and massage Jeffrey Epstein. This eventually escalates into a full investigation by the FBI in 2006. 2006, 1 month after the federal investigation began into Jeffrey Epstein, he invests $57 million into a hedge fund owned by Bear Stearns that focused on CDOs. In July of 2006, Alexander Acosta, future Secretary of Labor under Donald Trump's first term, with the help of Alan Dershowitz, Trump impeachment lawyer in 2020, Jeffrey Epstein negotiates a sweetheart plea deal and a non-prosecution agreement. The FBI investigation is dropped, and all Epstein has to do is register as a sex offender. 2007, April 18, 2007, Jeffrey Epstein pulls out $57 million that he had invested in Bear Stearns' hedge fund the year prior. At the time, the fund had a leverage ratio of 17 to 1, which meant for every dollar invested at the hedge fund, there was $17 worth of debt. Epstein's $57 million would have been the equivalent of pulling out over $1 billion from the CDO market, which was about to burst. This resulted in the collapse of the fund and the collapse of Bear Stearns itself only a few weeks later. Final two. 2008, Jeffrey Epstein gets caught with underage girls again, pleads guilty, and is sentenced to 18 months. He serves 12 months of it in luxury, pays the sheriff's department $128,000 for his luxury cell, which was kept unlocked, and then served an additional year on probation. 2008, as the Federal Reserve was pushing out bailouts to the tune of trillions, Jeffrey Epstein is recorded in emails with Jess Staley, the CEO of J.P. Morgan, bragging about slurping up $44 billion in taxpayer bailouts in just 2 weeks. He is also seen directly referencing his communication with board members for the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Pretty comprehensive timeline, as most of that, as far as I know, is accurate.
And one key thing I feel like they left out of there, though, is that Acosta guy is on record saying that he was an intelligence asset, and that's why he didn't prosecute him.
You beat me to it. Yeah, he was told that Jeffrey Epstein was intelligence and to leave him alone, right? Something like that.
I would also add that one of the Weinsteins, I think it was Brett, might have been Eric, anyway, did an interview saying that, kind of explaining that Jeffrey Epstein had ties to Harvard math societies and a bunch of the Nobel Prize winners up in that kind of echelon of science, if you will. So I don't know exactly. I've kind of been exploring that on my stream, but I don't know exactly what the crossover there is with quote unquote hedge funds. The Weinstein basically admits that Jeffrey Epstein knows nothing about money and he knows nothing about science, but he was bumping heads with all these people. So, I mean, the question is kind of, obviously we know that Epstein had an army behind him, right? Ghislaine Maxwell basically ran Reddit.
Certainly not operating alone, yeah.
Sure. And And so I don't know. There's a crossover there that wasn't mentioned there that I think probably should be.
His barrier to entry, like hedge fund, isn't even like we think of hedge fund, and obviously there's a lot of money in hedge fund, but the barrier to entry to get into Jeffrey Epstein was like greater than $700 million, and that was in like 2008. So that's like $2 billion in today's money.
Jesus,
just to even get a conversation with him.
I forgot to mention just quickly, unrelated. We'll get on. We're not streaming on X today because I'm banned for another 5 hours and 59 minutes because of cat turds. So we'll get into that with influencers in a second. But just to explain,
Free speech.
yeah, right,
That's right.
right, exactly. Yeah, so like pretty wild. Let's throw up the chat here for a second if anybody has any interesting thoughts. But by all means, either of you other three gentlemen.
Hey, all that timeline's very interesting. There's a lot of money.
Lots of ties to Trump. Lots of ties to, Bill Barr is a big question mark, and his father.
Yep.
And his daughter was just the one prosecuting Diddy.
That's Comey's daughter, isn't it?
Or yeah,
Comey's daughter.
Yeah.
Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a.
And if he was a intelligent risk, then why let him get away with everything for as long as they did before anybody threw a flag up?
The OGTLT.
Who was hiding him? Clinton's?
Circle
Who
jerk
was
oath
hiding him?
protest too much. Also stacking
Dime
coins.
bag.
I did see your super chat during the prayer. Let's start the stream off right. So thank you, stacking coins. I missed you at the beginning. Oh, sorry, I cut you off there.
No, go ahead.
I'm honestly not even convinced Jeffrey Epstein's dead. That's how
I'm with
far
you.
down the rabbit hole I am at this point.
I honestly don't think he's dead. There's almost no way he's dead.
Do you remember
I
that
don't think he's
cryptic
dead either.
message that Megyn Kelly put out? Like it was like almost over a year ago now, I guess.
Well, I don't know that Megyn
Well,
Kelly.
take all your thoughts about her, and then maybe she would even know more.
More interesting is Trump's little his tweet with Jeffrey Epstein, the man who never dies.
Yes.
That seemed like pretty
that one there is kind of like a
intentional language, but
coded message.
Well, you've seen the picture that the drone called over his island after he was.
yeah, a lot of people think
He
that was
killed himself.
John McAfee. Talking about Rusty.
We could do a whole episode on that guy.
Talking about Rusty Shackelford. Dr. Tetanus Cat Turd didn't take you up on a 3-minute fight. Now Cat Turd would not fight me. That's is relevant to what we're talking about in the title of the episode. I would call Cat Turd a Planican, a trust the plan. He is a total sycophant for the Trump administration, not necessarily a terrible thing. There's people like Brendan Dilley, who I talk about. He is doing a job. I don't know that Cat Turd is doing a job. I think he's just kind of an old boomer.
He's the useful idiot.
Yeah, he's just really getting under my skin lately. So he had this tweet yesterday about somebody was talking shit on him. He said, "I'm from the South," like that means something with fighting, and I've been in 40 bar fights, which is just clearly not a true statement that any reasonable person ever says. Literally count to 40 by ones and imagine how many bar fights that would be just for. So anyway, the TND copy pasta, I won't explain what that stands for, but I just replaced the keyword with his Twitter handle at catturd2 or something. And now I'm banned.
No, he's banned.
For another 6.5 hours.
5
hours, something like
5.5
that.
hours.
It is what it is. I almost had to make a not John Ward account, but I think it looks like I'll be getting it back. So
You might as well make one anyway.
yeah, right.
Electric.
The OGTLT, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad. How do you say? Is it Ghislaine? Ghislaine?
I've heard all of the above.
Nobody knows. Her dad's publishing company. Her dad is a nut, Robert Maxwell. Pergamon Press produced university textbooks for science. These books ensured science has been running in circles for decades. Yeah.
Well, let me. That kind of parallels with what I was mentioning earlier. They have an in into the top echelons of science and math departments of Harvard, MIT, Yale, all these departments. So I don't know where the crossover is with that, and I think it's just what I think it is they were trying to grab the science at the top echelons and maneuver it into military warfare. And this is where it kind of crosses over with him dealing with weapons across international lines. But
Did you know
that's a longer conversation?
Did you know Robert Maxwell's funeral, my apologies, the Israeli prime minister spoke, and this is a direct quote, "He did more for the state of Israel than can be said at this very moment."
What
What does that mean?
Didn't he like live with Epstein for a while too? Are we talking about that guy?
That a former prime minister of Israel did live with Epstein.
He
at
lived
one
with
point.
Epstein. That's what I'm saying. If he was such an intelligent risk, then why was he allowed to get
Well,
away
think
with
about-
so much?
think about
who was protecting him? Who's still protecting him? That's
One of the former prime ministers said that he did a
He might be
Panican
in-
tweet saying that Epstein had nothing to do with Israel and Mossad.
he might
Did
be
you see that one?
By running around. Right
Well, Robert Maxwell was buried in like this solemn, like sacred ground that faces the Wailing Wall. Like,
Yeah.
like only like the most elite
How
of
do you
elite
get- yeah.
would get buried there.
Yeah. See,
Well, here's video number one. Just that part of what makes this all so weird is Trump's reaction to it. I didn't realize it was
see, there's where we are with accountability.
after being asked how he knows about this
Mr.
plan.
President, I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your Attorney General
hoax.
told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you
No,
seen
it's
of
not the
that?
Attorney General. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. And it's a bad group. It started, actually, look at the Steele dossier that turned out to be a total hoax. The 51 agents, the intelligence, so-called intelligence agents, it was a hoax. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats. And some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. And so they try and do the Democrats' work. The Democrats are good for nothing other than these hoaxes. They're bad for policy.
He wants to move on. He wants to focus on other success.
Quiet, woman. Quiet, Selena Wang. Wow, that was a great frame freeze. I'm going to leave that up for a minute. I have always been about as pro-Trump as a person could be. I got into politics because of Trump in late 2015. That's the whole reason I started my YouTube channel, to hear him say shit like this. So this is Panicans. You guys are Panicans. It's stupid. I don't really understand that.
He makes it up.
It doesn't
He makes
rhyme
it
with
up.
Americans or anything. Like, what the fuck did that come from? But anyway, it makes me think of pemmican.
Well, how do the DeSantis supporters get to call us Panicans? Is kind of a question.
I just don't care what those people think.
Yeah, that's a good question too.
So to go
Zeb,
back,
I can't
He's-
pull up X.
it's
Zeb
not-
texted me an X link, and I just told, I cannot.
Can you not pull it up at all?
No, I literally can't do anything.
Oh my god!
Oh, look at this. It's like it wants me to verify that I'm banned.
Send it your
Not
ID,
human.
dude.
He is not human. Trust
so there's no way a human would tweet such a thing.
Yeah, I can't do I can't do shit.
Gosh. Anyway, all right, I'll read it real quick for you. This is a former prime minister. Why can't I pull it up either? Oh no.
Did you retweet me or something?
Naftali Bennett, former Israeli prime minister, or as a former Israeli prime minister with Mossad, having reported directly to me, I say to you with 100% certainty, the accusation that Jeffrey Epstein somehow worked for Israel or Mossad running a blackmail ring is categorically and totally false. Epstein's conduct, both with the criminal and merely despicable, had nothing whatsoever to do with the Mossad or the state of Israel. Epstein never worked for the Mossad. The accusation is a lie being peddled by prominent online personalities such as Tucker Carlson, pretending they know things they don't. They just made things up. Say it with confidence, and these lies stick because it's Israel. There's a vicious wave of slander and lies against my country and my people, and we just won't take it anymore.
Here's another one. This was actually from a little earlier.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a
Rubio and what,
American
Pam
or foreign
Bondi, right?
intelligence
Yeah.
agency.
Oh, this was the one that kicked it all off.
Poor Rubio's just like, please, why am I here right now?
Alex Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an
he is literally
intelligence agency.
stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Resolve whether or not he did, and also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the
Poor
jailhouse
Marky.
tape?
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, sure. If I
Pam,
could.
could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second?
Oh, shut up.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, that was again rough. That's you have the people like Dilly who says shut the fuck up and wait, which is his job. No problem with Dilly. Quite like the guy. He's doing his job. He's a lieutenant. He's a soldier. He fights, right? But the cat turd people and everybody else, the Planicans, I don't know, man. This was weird. It almost is so weird that like it seems like the goal was to make people talk about it.
Well, he's the one that started the conversation off at the beginning of the campaign.
Like that was the most
releasing the Epstein files. I'll release them. You'll know what's going on. That's all we heard for how fucking long at the beginning of the campaign. So
Transparency.
Thank you, Zeb. That's where I'm going with this. Transparency. He promised us that, and that's where I'm having my issues at. We're being lied to again. It's just like another politician running a fucking show in Washington again.
You're right. That's what's so off-putting about this is Trump the politician.
Yes.
Which he's never really done so obviously.
Is this a new thing we're going to see now for the next 3.5 years?
Sucks, man. It's a bummer. Fucking you and your black pill, Zeb.
So what I said earlier was...
Dude, it's not my fault, man.
Yes, it is.
I go.
No, so going off what I said earlier about giving the benefit of the doubt, I guess the opposite of that would be, do you think he made a deal? Like,
one sec. Circle jerk. Trump has turned into a whale. Enjoy your humiliation ritual. Yeah, join the Panicans, I guess. But
do you think he made a deal with the deep state? If you stop trying to kill me, I won't.
Well, this all was timed right around that bill getting passed. That's where I think all the deals were made. It seems
around the big beautiful bill that is not as big and beautiful as what we all thought it was going to be.
I mean, we're still hanging on. Sorry, there, didn't mean to linger on yet. We're still hanging on this amnesty shit. Like amnesty is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
And I get.
I mean, I'm still waiting on a wall. I don't even care if Mexico pays for it right now.
Hey, I'll go put it up. I don't care, man.
Zeb, if our border patrol, which is now like the fourth most well-funded military on the planet, I think, if they launch an invasion, a defensive invasion against the cartels, you going to be in there?
I will join them. Yes.
All right, I'm with you.
That's what all my buddies.
Will your
National
call
Guard
sign
said.
be Don Quixote or Carlos Castaneda? Who else is Mex? That's like the two Mexican people I know. One of them's not even real.
Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, the BBB did fund the wall, and it funded the border patrol. I'm not real quick, circle. I'm not panicking. It's just funny that he's. No, none of us are panicking. That's why it's a stupid label. It's that old story of the CIA saying we'll just call everybody conspiracy theorists. And then we can just debunk anything they say by just going, they're just a conspiracy. Same fucking, that is literally what they're saying.
And they're asshole deep in it.
Means conspiracy theorist.
And CIA and FBI are asshole deep in it all. Between Epstein, between Russia, between all of it,
they are so guilty in this
deep.
Trump video. I mean, he looks so fucking guilty.
The body language is so opposite of anything you've ever seen from him before.
No, but then again, I also have watched Trump for more than 10 years, and he's not that stupid. Like, if he was really trying...
I think so, too.
That's what's so weird about this. If he was really trying to not talk about this, he wouldn't have fucking done that. What are you laughing at? Comment? Pablo Escobar, he wasn't fucking Mexican.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. If the deal is...
Oh, that shine bomb, yeah.
If the deal is we either get the Epstein files or Kai Trump has to die, I'm okay with not releasing the files.
Who's Kai Trump?
His granddaughter.
She's you think she's sexy?
She's the one that the crazy guy jumped into Mar-a-Lago a couple weeks ago. He was like, I'm here to marry Kai Trump.
Was it you?
No.
I was just going to ask.
No, but I was like, hey, man.
Not that time.
I did a whole my heart goes out to that guy.
Heather says, yes, he's dirty, guys. I've come to terms with it. I mean...
Big dreams as a boy.
I do think we're obligated to put our big boy adult real world pants on here to some degree. Like, you don't get to where Trump is without making deals. His whole thing is about making deals. I'm not sitting in those meetings.
I didn't read this chapter, though.
Well, yeah.
None of us saw it coming.
It's disappointing. You cope by telling yourself there must be some reason, some greater good was accomplished here. Maybe.
Well, let me give you this.
Maybe
John.
the shit will come out though, Zeb. But I mean, I agree with you. I don't think it will. I think it's just going to get delayed and delayed and delayed.
It'll come out. It's just going to take time. I mean. It's going to take time, but
900 years old.
I will say though.
Do you think the Panican versus Planican is intentional to kind of drive sides even further?
Oh yeah, that's a wedge. That's a definite wedge that they had to put.
Well,
in there.
Is it intentional?
Something like people like Dilly have a point about is just like there's people that have a job to say certain things all the time. There's also this class of chronically online people that make money I kind of consider cat turd in this category. But yeah, they're smart enough to understand that drama is good for clicks. And so they just, like Laura Loomer comes to mind. I'm starting to get more and more down on her.
Yeah, I've been off that, but she does good work on research, but her takes are.
But it's not even like she does research. They just give her the information
She is part of the machine, if that's not obvious.
Yeah.
Just like Dilly is, not necessarily a bad way. Everybody needs, you have an army, you need lieutenants. So, but yeah, there's definitely people making hay off of this. And I think it's right to maybe call them Panicans, which was maybe kind of the original intent of the label. I don't know.
They're the ones that spread the
There's this whole
propaganda.
stupid, like the word influencer is the stupidest word in the fucking planet. But there are people
Grifters.
Yeah. It's a grift.
On both ends.
I don't do it. You don't do it. None of us do it, but people fucking do it. And so.
Do you think Tucker Carlson's our only hope at this point?
There's another guy to throw in that mix. So he's a bit of on the Panican side. Circle jerk whilst he plays 7D chess. Zeb's mustache rides are entering a depression.
I don't know. My mustache looks pretty clean today, guys.
It is. Is there wax in there?
A little bit.
You should call a mustache waxing company and get them to sponsor you.
That's it. It's
actually maybe.
That's it.
I'm gonna grow one out now.
Great idea.
Me and Stacking Coins got him a nice little mustache going on too, so we'll partner up.
There you go. There you
mustache
go.
Wax.
There's a bunch of these Trump videos.
Mihaly on Tucker Carlson. I'm not convinced he's not CIA.
I'm not either, Zeb. But there's a part of me that truly believes it takes a product of the system to know the system itself and destroy the system.
Yeah, you got his.
Well, the problem is it won't destroy itself.
But I'm sorry. Keep talking.
The problem is if he is CIA, and I would apply something like this to Dave Smith also, is they have this ability to gain influence within certain movements, and this is how they control those movements. And you get someone like Tucker Carlson that kind of goes hard really, really early on, and he can kind of drive discussion later on. This is why when you have Dave Smith on discussion with, dude, I've been in 80 bar fights. Now, if you have someone on like Dave Smith, and they had the other Jew on at Turning Point, it's like, oh, we have a really diverse panel of a libertarian Jew and a conservative Jew, and they're going to argue against each other. It's like, no. But this is the problem. They are able to insert themselves.
That Turning Point shit, man.
The more I, and I was a big Tucker fan for a long time, and the more I've delved
I don't
into
not like
him,
Tucker. Don't
get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad, but the more I've delved into him, when he went over to interview Putin, that was definite CIA. He was cooperating in some way with the CIA, the intelligence of this country, being able to get that kind of clearance and go sit down with that man the way he did, because that hasn't been done in how long?
Well, even Putin alluded to that at the beginning of the interview.
Oh, yeah.
In so many words.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Tucker going to see over to China as well.
Oh, he's
sit down.
Well, he just did what the
Iranian president.
That's
he's done all these.
That's right. Thank you.
It's like he's been put in this position to go directly talk to.
Yeah.
Imagine how much more.
Even Tucker Carlson, as an isolate, doesn't have the reach to go get Putin and the Ayatollah. He just doesn't.
That's what I'm saying, Zeb. There's a connection there.
And chat's kind of coming at me on Dave Smith. I would love to counter you on Dave Smith on my stream.
Imagine how much more frustrated we'd be right now if Carlson was the president and gave us all this stuff about Epstein, but then ended it with you guys are so stupid.
He has a weird way of talking.
You believe in this? You believe in this Epstein list? Oh, but 25 years has been
He's got that Scooby-Doo intonation.
Yeah, he's got, like
I can't believe. What'd you say?
He's a smart guy. He's got a lot of.
He's super smart.
But there's just that connection with the CIA that I've often wondered about.
Let's call it the IC. So this is not my term, but it's the CIA is an fucking agency. It's the A part of it. But there's also the FBI, and there's the there's DARPA. There's all these different intelligence loosely associated. So I just call them the IC, the intelligence community.
Yes.
I think it's kind of irrelevant these days, maybe like which particular branch someone's involved in, if any. Not like the CIA doesn't have low-level employees. They definitely do.
I'm not claiming Dave Smith's CIA, so
It's
that's
also-
that's not what I claimed.
Well, I just for the sake of talking about it, yeah. Like so,
Well,
when I
for
say,
the
when I
sake of
say
chat.
part of the machine, I'm talking about the
Yeah, yeah.
IC, the intelligence community. Laura Loomer, part of the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker Carlson certainly seems to be part of that machine. I don't know. So just to clarify what I mean, I do think it gets confusing if you single out one agency because it's probably not true.
No, I agree. And it's also compartmentalized. I feel like there's agencies we don't even know exist.
Yeah.
It isn't. Well, we'll get into the
Men
whole
in
Tulsi
Black.
Gabbard thing, but that's kind of the interesting thing too. The silos, they're siloed, all these intelligence communities, which they say is part of the problem with Trump not understanding what was going on in his first term. But yeah, the IC, there you go. That's 3CC vernacular or whatever you want to fucking call it. So didn't mean, I'm autistic. I'm sorry, guys. I go on weird rants about the specific meanings of words. Here is another. Beep. Trump says he doesn't understand interest in Epstein. Let's take another look just because there's so many of them. What's going on?
You've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? Why do you think that is?
Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time.
Oh, that's right. Thank
He
you.
was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things. The Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think, well, really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say, let them have it.
What the guinea?
Wait,
Holy McGuinea pigs!
Oh my goodness.
forget about Epstein. Guinea pigs.
Guys, those are good eating in Mexico.
Ew.
Justin Gibbons has said, John, do you read Sundance over at Conservative Treehouse?
Of course, the guinea pigs are in cases of Modelo's.
I said, I'm not kidding. They eat those things in Mexico, man. They're like fucking everywhere. They're little free snacks.
Oh, man.
Russell Hall,
Rat.
welcome. I don't know if I've seen a super chat from you before. I think Russia gave Tucker a chance and were surprised that he didn't try to spear them. Putin was clearly thrown off balance in their first interview. Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you. It seemed like a real interview, not to keep bouncing over on different people, but like they're all part of this. Tucker Carlson is part of whatever is going on, however you want to interpret that.
And
I don't know him. I don't like.
Coop Cooper had a comment up there too that Tucker's dad was in the CIA.
Right,
Tucker
yeah.
replied, I did see that, and I did remember that.
It seems to be this family thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have a family reunion, Mojack.
Hell, there you go, man. Let's do it. I'll put them all together, and we'll see what happens.
But you're right, though. There's a whole web of people that are connected, whether it be even John Podesta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that name.
Anthony Weiner.
and the
What does he
whole-
know about Epstein?
His little wiener.
It's a family affair in some
His
weird
little
way.
wiener.
Some weird way. All these weirdos with tranny children seem to be part of it.
And
One of them
little
is
wieners.
Elon Musk. Get a hold of yourself, man. Get a hold of yourself. What time is it? Oh, we're almost at an hour here. Guinea pigs taste like cats. That's a fantastic comment. Oh my God.
Eating the dog.
River
eating
spirits.
the guinea
No,
pigs.
man, no.
Guinea pigs taste like cats.
I'll
Holy
go get a
fuck.
possum first.
I want a T-shirt that says "Guinea pigs taste like cats." All right, well, you get the point with it. There's like eight more of these Trump videos, but you've probably seen most of them. So I mean, he's sticking to his guns as far as this whole Epstein thing is concerned. Again, we're kind of wrapping up point number 1 here under American Sermon.
According to Trump, it's all bullshit. Let it go and move on. But we can't move on. We just can't do that.
Circle jerk. This is why I do.
Bang.
Whatever keeps you on an even keel, my friend.
That's why I love the
Did
picture.
Tucker interview Putin a second time? No, I don't believe so. Just the one.
Yeah.
I had that Putin interview was going to be part of the Monomyth series, and then I could never get past refusal of the call to adventure, so I just stopped. No one knows what I'm talking about. Don't fucking worry about it. Yeah, Huma Abedin's now married to Soros' son. Yep, there's another great example, spirit animal. It's all this weird family shit. We talked about Bill Barr's father and Epstein. Yeah, some weird shit.
See, family, government,
Kash Patel's married to
right off the bat.
That's another good one, Zeb.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Kash Patel's married to PragerU chick that was IDF.
Isn't that a conflict of interest and all that kind
You
of
see, like the way we're, like, I think it's clear. Like we should clarify here. Like the way we're laying this out makes it seem like it's some vast network all over the world, all these people. But in reality, these are all just the same people that lived within a 10-mile radius of each other in D.C. that were going to dinner together every night.
See, that's why I said we need the thing on the wall. The lines going out and all the strings, the web.
Yeah, Pepe Sylvia.
Web of it all. Next time, it'll be up.
It's honestly, I brought up the point of that.
To Sousa's daughter.
I brought up the point of that we one thing we lack as an answer to that very thing, this group of people, we need to be in the same physical place. Whatever movement actually makes a breakthrough is going to be people that move and gather physically in the same place so that we can do that same thing. The internet is great, but every message we send each other is 100% intercepted.
Oh.
There's nothing you can do about it. We need to get out on a rowboat on a lake with no phones and have a little chat there. Like jump in the water, only your head's above the water, something like that.
It's like Prison Break. You ever seen Prison Break?
No, do they do that?
They do that at one point to get away and just have a real conversation.
I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, how do you have a conversation and guarantee someone's not listening to it?
You've got to leave. You'd have to leave the phones on the shore to get out. I'm serious.
We need an enigma.
I could do it. We could
need
do
an
it.
enigma machine.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You have
It's
to be.
impossible.
You had to be naked too. You can't take any chances.
We're definitely going to be naked. That's probably what their group fucking does.
I don't know. Maybe like a blue and white building with a golden roof that reflects all the the signal.
Some kind of Egyptian temple looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's how it started. Maybe it was well intentioned.
Can't do it, dude. You can't get away right now. Dude, they can listen to you from drones like 10,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And China has those new drones that are like the size of insects.
And every one of us sitting here, all of our names are on a list somewhere. Guarantee you.
I'm on every fucking list imaginable.
I hope I'm at the top of those lists. I need to work harder.
Yeah, would you be offended if you got the list? You're like 578th. What?
Damn, I got to work harder.
Stacking coins.
That ain't gonna do.
Stacking coins. I think the big play is the removal of the Dem Party, already at 19% approval.
Isn't that crazy?
Zero after all the treason and arrests on the way. Cue prep and taste of a new party. I think you're right, man. That was my suspicion.
Wow.
From Elon Musk. We talked about this 1 or 2 weeks ago. What's that about, Zeb? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of played that out on my stream too. I don't know if it'll be the American Party, but it'll be something. And I've kind of tossed this out. I mean, like 6 months ago when I first started streaming. This is kind of where we built it.
Drunk on tacos. Thank you. Good morning.
Between the boomers and the split in the Republican Party. This split in the Republican Party, whoever doesn't maintain the Republican Party is going to have to take over the DNC. That's just how it's going to have to work if they're going to exist.
I don't think this American Party thing had anything to do with replacing the Republican Party or Trump. I think the Democrat.
Well, it's to remove the centrist or the heavy economic people.
I feel it's more a way for the Democrats to break free of their extremists. They just want to like get rid of. You can't win elections with the platform they've developed. They're committed to like chop off kids' dicks. Put a black woman in every movie, make her the smartest character. It's just shit that just becomes really off-putting when repeated.
Yeah, but but you're
not being sexist or racist or
you're
anything.
like pulling the left of the Republican Party, like this big tent Republican Party. You're just pulling the left off of them.
Maybe
and partnering with whatever's left of the Democrats. That's not extreme.
Well, that's what I mean. The Democrats are losing the majority of their rational base. The people that
yeah, but they're still Democrats.
Classical liberals.
Well, I think we're talking past each other, so.
I know. I was doing that on purpose. Were you?
Always.
I heard your voice. I knew it was Zeb, so I just kept going. Anyway.
It's your stream, John. Go ahead.
Yes, my stream. You're streaming this, though, on your channel. Did that actually work? It's not working?
Go through. We'll have to figure it out. I think what will happen is I'll just have to Zoom you, and you can just virtual cam that.
Don't you have that?
But anyway, we'll deal with it later.
Right now on your Zoom screen? Anyway, yeah, not the point of the show. Let's talk some technical live streaming things real quick for the audience. All right, so anyway, we are moving now, somewhat naturally segueing into Tulsi Gabbard and the Obama treason. Stacking coins. Yep, it's the lead to the Dems' new party. I'm with stacking coins, man. I'm with him, and we'll leave it at that I'm right. And
I agree, too.
We'll move on to Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, I'm going to think about that one. I haven't thought about that.
So I was asked, do I read Sundance on the conservative treehouse? Yes, I do, for a long time. And here we go. Again, there's nobody I read that. Oh yeah, that's right. Whoop. No. Yeah. I'm on the wrong window. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. I've been reading the Conservative Treehouse for a long time. It's one of the first sites I found when I got all into this in 2015, and he's been doing it since 2011 at least. His name is out there if you really want to look it up. But let's just, this is kind of a lengthy article. I think it's his most recent article, but it's a good one. Many people are questioning why Tulsi Gabbard is able to discover and expose activity by the Obama administration and the intelligence community, BIC I was just talking about, yet prior office holders did not. Last year, when asked for approaches that could assist a Trump term 2, I outlined, we'll go to that in a second, for the office of the Director of National Intelligence, which is Tulsi Gabbard, what we are seeing today is running in direct parallel to that original outline. As our conversation expands and we await the counterattack against her, perhaps it's worth a revisit. I will explain the predictable counterattack at the end. So I won't read this whole thing because it's pretty long. But basically, where's the key point? Actually, I think it is right there at the beginning. Just some key points. Boop, 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 boop. The Office of Director of National Intelligence was created as an outcome of the 9/11 Commission recommendations. Shortly after that, the D.C. security apparatus was constructed to preserve continuity of government. This is where, like, maybe we got this government in perpetuity in the IC. The intelligence community decided we can't risk the transition of power, so we'll just secretly be in charge. I think it's probably been going on a lot longer than that, frankly, but... Anyway, Washington, D.C. created the modern national security apparatus immediately and hurriedly after 9/11. DHS came along in 2002, and within the National Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004, the ODNI was formed. Here's the key point. When Barack Obama and good old Eric Holder arrived a few years later, those newly formed institutions were viewed as opportunities to create a very specific national security apparatus that would focus almost exclusively against their political opposition. So that is the key part. And then if you want to read his predictions here, just click that link in this article. I outlined the possibilities. But so anyway, Sundance is of the opinion that Tulsi Gabbard is using this office properly for the first time since it's been created. All these different intelligence groups create these intelligence packages that are siloed. They're not exchanged with each other. The only person who can dip into each and every one of them is the Director of National Intelligence. So there might be something interesting going on here. I don't know if that makes any sense. But before I talk too much more about it, I'll get some more links ready. But that's question 2, moving on from is Epstein real or not? What the hell's going on with Trump? Is this shit real or not? Is this another copium?
Well, I guess the question I have is how long have they been sitting on it?
A while from what I found.
So this is her website, Office of the Director of National Intelligence, for immediate release. This was July 18th, so 2 days ago. It was on Friday. New evidence of Obama administration conspiracy to subvert President Trump's 2016 victory and presidency. On Friday, DNI Tulsi Gabbard revealed overwhelming evidence that demonstrates how, after President Trump won the 2016 election against Hillary Clinton, President Obama and his national security cabinet members manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. Consistently assess Russia is probably not trying to influence the election using cyber means. They knew that was bullshit. Foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on election infrastructure. The key people involved, Obama gathered top national security principles. It was James Clapper, idiot. John Brennan, idiot. Susan Rice, probably not an idiot, bad person. John Kerry, who cares? Loretta Lynch, not who cares. Andrew McCabe, remember him, right? After the meeting, this was Clapper, was in Tulsi Gabbard's position as executive assistant, sent an email to IC leaders. Again, I think it's important to use this term, intelligence community leaders, tasking them with creating a new IC assessment per the president's request that details, quote, the tools Moscow used and actions it took to influence the election. It went on to say the Director of National Intelligence will lead this effort with participation from, there you go, I was saying it's all a big clusterfuck of agencies that overlap. Obama officials leaked false statements to media outlets. Again, this is on the official website. Kind of funny. 2017, a new intelligence community assessment was released that directly contradicted the IC assessments that were made throughout the previous 6 months. So here's the quote. The issue I am raising is not a partisan issue. This part. It is one that concerns every American. The information we are releasing today clearly shows that it was a treasonous conspiracy in 2016. Use the word treasonous.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
committed by officials at the highest level of our government. Their goal was to subvert the will of the American people and enact what was essentially a years-long coup with the objective of trying to usurp the president from fulfilling the mandate bestowed upon him by the American people, said DNI Tulsi Gabbard. Their egregious abuse of power and blatant rejection of our Constitution threatens the very foundation and integrity of our democratic republic. No matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law to ensure nothing like this ever happens again. The American people's faith and trust in our democratic republic and therefore the future of our nation depends on it. As such, I am providing all documents to the Department of Justice to deliver the accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve. That is a fucking bomb drop.
now, the DNI government, I downloaded.
You read this?
114 pages.
I don't think you read all 114 pages.
I've read through half of it, and a lot of it is amazing. There's a lot redacted. There's a lot blacked out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Page after page. But from what I've started to read through this, according to that, is they wanted language changed. They wanted sentences. They wanted language. They wanted words changed in sentences to say that Trump was colluding with Russia, that Russia was involved with our elections and all that. So, like I said, 114 pages, and I started reading through it. It's crazy. I mean, it's really.
You should
really
run it through like
crazy.
Grok or something. Be like, hey, take this shit and highlight all the important parts.
I could do that.
Except they'd probably leave out the important.
They would leave out the important parts. Yeah, and I mean, there's highlighted areas throughout the whole document and everything. Like I said, I was like, wow, I wanted to see it. So I did download that this morning, started reading through it. So the documents are there. I mean, you can go in and look at them too. But yeah, there was definitely some cahootinizing, as we rednecks like to say.
Cahootinizing.
In those documents right there between
100%.
people.
Zeb, I'm feeling too optimistic about this. I need some black pills.
Well, let's pretend I'm retarded and try to explain to me what is new that wasn't within the bounds of the conspiracy that we already had.
Well, we do have a person that's officially in the government now, in the administration, that's at least suggesting that we are going to investigate and prosecute to the fullest extent of the law, and they use the term treasonous conspiracy.
Like prosecute?
Zeb, I know you're from South Carolina. Keep it down over there.
That looks like a properly tied noose too. Which is,
It might be. I might have.
does that fucker slip?
Pulled
Can
that
you-
one out of the.
Does that
old
was that
bread
in
basket.
Bubba? What's his name's fucking garage? Zeb?
Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace is
No,
good.
that one was fake. That was weak. This is a big boy. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. What's it? You got a retort to my facts and logic there?
I mean, I'll just go back to lock her up, man. I mean, we haven't gotten anything. We're not going to get anything. We knew the Russia thing was happening when it was happening, and nothing still happened. So
It is
it's like,
wild to have been paying attention back then and then see this stuff get dropped now like it's some sort of revelation.
It's like how? Yeah, I mean, the question is how long have they been sitting on it? And then it's like, boom, Epstein. Let's Mandela this thing. Oh, the Mandela effect's not working. Russia.
Well, let's say, okay, so trying to come up with copium, I get that, but compromises in our thinking that allow us to believe Trump still might be a good guy. What if the trade-off for not releasing Epstein is that Obama's going down?
Yeah, but what does it matter though? What does it matter if
at this point,
okay,
what difference does it make?
To death. Let's kill. Obama's done. Let's put him to death. Sentence him to death. Prosecute him.
All right, you have my attention.
Yeah. Okay.
What changes? What changes?
A lot
if we
changes
get everything
for,
that we want from this.
A lot changes for
what
him.
Changes? Yeah, for him.
We all have
what about
a
the
fucking
country?
sweet ass live stream.
I mean, Adam Schiff needs to go. I mean, he's currently in power.
There's
he
a
needs
whole
to be
laundry
tied to
list
this.
of people. There's a whole laundry list of them.
But the question is, are all of them going to be, or are they going to pin it on some dude that has no pull anymore inside of the government?
Well, okay, so
That's
you
my fear.
You have a lack of faith, I guess, but
I have a lack of ability to actually get things done, right? Again, we're promised all these. I'm not saying Trump hasn't done anything. He's done things, but nowhere close to what he's promised.
two more weeks, as the OG TLT says. Is that what you're saying, Zeb? 2 more weeks, and it'll, that
yeah,
fucking
2 more
meme,
weeks, dude.
Yeah.
2 more weeks. Mexican's going to pay for the
What
wall,
can
dude.
we do, though, just to keep being a dick to you for no reason? Like, I don't necessarily disagree, although I do kind of disagree. But so we got to wait. That's what we just keep circling back to. That's where we land. Is like,
I don't think we have to wait. I think,
you're ready
I think
to
chimping, I think chimping works.
You ready to chimp?
Yeah, I think chimping works to an extent, especially on Twitter. You can see it. Especially with somebody like Stephen Miller that's plugged into ours on. I don't know how they get a hold of it or whatever, but there's a circle on Twitter that these people are getting feedback from, and it's working. I don't think they planned on even trying to get the grand jury testimony released, but at least they're trying to do that on the back of saying that it didn't exist in the first place, which I guess is. We still haven't gotten it, so I don't know why I'm saying that. But, maybe we'll get it by the end of next week. And then give it 2 more weeks and we'll get another little piece. And give it 2 more weeks and get another little piece. And by the time we're 4 to 6 months into this thing, we have like a 3/4 of a puzzle to put together.
Yeah, that slow dripping shit just to hope everybody forgets about it kind of crap is what we're talking about. I don't know. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't disagree. But
would I be opposed to Obama kissing the bottom of a pool? No, obviously not. But
to me, it's more about, it's not like, it's just, would you just putting Obama in a vacuum? Would you rather him go down for treason or not? I think everybody say they'd rather.
Sure, but the question is, how do we undo
not really meaningful.
4 years of autopin from Biden? How do we undo 8 years of Russiagate? How do we undo any of this? And the problem is, 1, we can't undo it, and 2, moving forward, how do we prevent it?
Make examples from them.
I kind of agree with the Deacon.
You make examples
My
out
problem
of them.
is-
What the fuck is wrong with that?
shit
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me follow up with this then.
Don't get all passive on me.
How do you prevent it without an absolute overhaul of the voting systems? Because voting doesn't matter. We understand that now.
Well, the system needs to be secured in some way.
Sure. We can make examples, but when they control the levers of power after we make examples of them, it doesn't matter. And this is my issue with term limits, right? So if we have if we rotate everything every 2, 4, 6 years between the people in power, then there's no continuous goal or process that is.
So you want to become the new IC?
I'll take it, dude.
And
Let's
operate as a shadow government in perpetuity and in secret.
My problem is, if Obama gets arrested, I think that marks the true end of the system in itself. I think it's the collapse of everything. Because in our entire lifetime, all of us here, no matter what age, every president has committed a crime of sorts that could be, a jailable offense. Whether it be, forget the treason, whatever they're calling him. How about a drone striking an American citizen? Right? Why does he not go to jail for that? So it's just a slippery slope to me. You could put every president in jail for something.
Could you put Trump in jail?
For something, I'm sure. For something, I'm sure you probably could at this point.
I think I wrestled with this from your age until mine, but it's not. I just don't know there's a clean way to win this. As ideal as that would be, it's idealistic. It's ideal. Like, I don't know that you get a president that doesn't have a criminal side the same way you don't get like a tribe leader who's not capable of killing people.
But to me, you know what it feels like? It feels like we're in the time period right before World War I, where everybody knew something was about to happen, and we're just sitting around waiting
World
for
War II,
it.
even
Before Pearl Harbor.
or any war.
Yeah.
We're antebellum.
It's the good men create good times sort of thing. You know, where are we in that?
Seems to be one of the great models that's
Yeah.
come out of this. It seems to be true. Yeah, good men create easy times or whatever, and then easy times weak men hard times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like as much as I want, a part of me wants to tear the whole system down.
Make an example.
This
of
is what
them.
you let happen, Deacon, by just disappearing into the woods
I
your whole
know.
life. It was your job to stop all this, and you just wanted to hunt a bear, which I get that. I get the sense.
It's just as much as I want to see. The
I'd bring
system
back
burn
tar
down.
and feathering. Fuck it.
Yeah, I
bring
know,
back
I know, I
public
get it.
stoning.
I agree, Zeb. Do
damn
you
it.
have a response to that? I mean, that's.
We're gonna, that's
public
humiliate
shaming
them.
and executions.
Exactly. I'm
are
not talking about
super American.
Yeah,
We used to have
Goddamn
lynch
right.
mobs. We used to be a proper country.
We're talking
where-
about the beginning of this country. Let's go back to the beginning of the punishments that were handed out at the beginning of this country.
Savage motherfuckers.
Fucking right.
Scary people, dude.
I got trees.
I would have done well in the 1700s. I like to think.
Yeah, we'd have done all right.
I understand the emotional argument and just I'm fed up with everything too, and I want to see everyone go down. But then when faced with the actual reality of a collapsed system,
Well, nobody
life
has the
will suck.
guts to do what needs to
Well,
be done.
That's
in the
it right
levers
there,
of power.
Zeb. That's it right there, Zeb. Nobody has the guts.
We're just
do
weak
it.
as
I
a
think
people.
one possibility that explains what we're looking at now with what Trump's doing with Epstein and what Tulsi's doing with Obama is that this is exactly an attempt to fix exactly what you're describing, Zeb. Is one system needs to die, but another one needs to be ready to go and functional when that system dies, and we kind of transition everybody. It's in the interest of the machine for us to keep pumping milk out of our udders, milk being money and udders being our time and work. Like if you're a cow farmer, you don't just like kill all the cows when you get fucking tired of them, then you gotta work. Stacking coins. I have a price. My price is Obama's, Hillary's, and Fauci's head. Amen. I'll trade Epstein files for it. Anything else, I'm down for that meeting. All right, you got to be naked. Yeah, we got to blackmail each other.
yeah,
in some
if you
way.
are
yeah,
if you show up in clothes, we will
You
immediately.
will be stripped.
You're wearing clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Not
want
even
my
a
price-
hat.
my
Oh, then
price
we
is
have to
100.
search you.
No hat, no glasses,
No-
nothing, man.
Gotta shave your head and
Wandering
eyebrows.
through the woods blind.
No body hair. Me and stacking coins, man. I think we'd be bros if we had a beer. I kind of agree. I don't know, Zeb. No.
There you go. Yeah, Raw BC.
I
I
think-
agree.
I think the
States need to
only
get their
compromise
You wanna
I would
have
make
your
would
cake
be
and hang
like
Obama while you eat it
100
too?
million deportations.
It's a problem, man. It's a fucking terrible problem. That's why I say amnesty is a deal breaker. If that fucking
Like
shenanigans.
if we don't get something close to 20 million deportations in the next 3 years, none of it matters anyway.
Do you include self-deportations within that number?
I think those self deportations are bullshit.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Why would they leave?
Because they don't want to get arrested.
Because they saw alligator.
Send off to some
It's
fucking
like
third
it's
world
for
country.
$1,000.
That
Don't
was
they
on their
get?
plate when they
Don't they
came here
get
in the first place.
$1,000?
They literally risked their life to get here. Do you think they care about being collected?
I don't think they risk their life to
Yeah,
white
it's your
people.
life
Some
too
people do,
fucking
but
bad. Come on.
$1 million though?
Walking
$1 million
in here
self deportations? $1 million. We haven't even deported that many people. That's 4 times the amount of people we've actually deported. They're claiming self-deported.
no winning with
I do
you.
not
You
believe
just
that.
want to be fucking depressed.
I don't want to be depressed. I want to be real in reality.
That was an emotional reaction. The
was.
flak is heaviest over the target.
Shit, dude.
You just want to be miserable.
No, I don't, dude. I started my stream Friday. I said, I texted my co-host. I said, we're not blackpilling today. Guess what we did Friday?
Black pilled probably all day.
I don't want to.
You said guess.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I don't want to, though.
Well, listen, it's 6:15, and we've learned that we tend to get some really good. I'm sorry, 5:15. We learned, so we got 45 minutes left, roughly. We've learned we get very good phone calls that we want like 5 to 10 minutes per call, something like that. So, at this natural, depressing stopping point where Zeb can go into his corner there with his skeleton and caress it very depressedly.
That's a future Obama
You
right
can
there.
tell it how jealous you are of its complete state of ataraxia.
I'm sorry, dude. I
Free
don't want to be the black pill.
Behind Zeb Boykin is Zeb Boykin 10 years from now. But
Black pill to death.
we'll throw up the old Be Right Back screen. We used to pretend this was a smoke break, but we've just been smoking the whole time anyway. Until the giant football player that works in here bitches at us, we're going to keep doing it, damn it. So we will be back. I'll throw on a random song in about 5 minutes or so, and we will put up the phone number and take your call-ins. We will see you then.
She said, I'm a feminist man, I'm a fucking man eater. When I'm not in theater class, I'm blasting through glass ceilings. My feelings are so seriously real, they are my steering wheel. I'm steering clear of any gentleman who get near me. You hear me? I said, yep, I got it, and I don't want it. I'm off it, I'm moving on. I'ma find it behind 100 pounds lighter. Well, that ignited a fire inside her eye. The tiger don't wanna die, so I fly, but I leave a Snickers for the beast. 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 Peace, beast, eat your Snickers. She said, I'm a liberal man, I'm a fucking Spanish teacher. Me llamo nuevo, dime dame la verga. Tu madre me quiere, quiere gigante, I got it. You want picante, I got it. You want tejano, you want it by the bottle. I said, yep, I got it, and I don't want it. I'm off it, I'm moving on. I'ma find it behind 100 pounds lighter. Well, that ignited a fire inside her eye. The tiger don't wanna die, so I fly, but I leave a Snickers for the beast. 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 Peace, beast, eat your Snickers. Leave a Snickers for the beast. 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 Peace, beast, eat your Snickers.
Alrighty. Whoop. Put in your what'd you say? Oh,
Well, give me one of the spirits.
you want one?
Yeah. When did you switch over to the American spirits?
Trying to quit.
Yeah. Sure is. Yeah. That's the biggest fucking joke today. I hope you do.
Man.
I tried. You see where I'm at. That didn't fucking work, did it?
Yeah, we're all still going.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, thank you to Zeb Boykin for joining us.
Zeb. We love you, Zeb.
We had to always kick him off here so we can take phone calls through Zoom. It is right after 5:15, so we got 3 or 4 good phone calls in us.
I love that he gives that downer point of view for you to think about.
He's struggling, man. Somebody,
it really does, and
we should do periodic check in on him.
He's a good dude. Everything's fucked and there's nothing we can do
Yeah, but
about it.
why are none of you guys concerned that he just has a noose sitting right next to him?
I expected it. I was zero surprised.
Scare me
I'm surprised we haven't seen it sooner.
I don't care. Fuck it, man.
I'm surprised there wasn't like 4 of them.
He should have it around the skeleton. No.
He's going to carve his name into the door frame.
Fucking what movie is that?
Walking the mile, walking the mile, walking the mile.
No. It's Shawshank.
Yeah, Shawshank
Redemption.
It's like Frank or whatever.
You're thinking of the Green Mile.
I'm thinking of Green Mile, yeah.
So
Because they also carved his name into the rafter.
I'm tired, boss.
I'm tired, boss.
Coffee. like the drink.
Always spelled different.
All right. Are we ready for phone calls? 814-400-4188. Give us a call. We will let you talk for up to 10 minutes. Quite a long phone call, but we have some good phone calls. You are also welcome to troll us. I'll probably hang up, though.
Yeah, he will.
Depends on how good of a troll it is.
Yeah, last week calls were really nice. They were really good calls.
Every week, honestly, for the most part. 814-400-4188. I will throw that back up again in a second if we need to. But by all means, damn quick.
Chicken balls are delicious. God almighty.
King Hunter, you are on the air 3CC. What's going on?
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, hi.
Welcome back to the show.
I'll say this because I've been very much battling what Zeb's battling. The whole black-pilled, just what's the point of anything? It seems like the more we feel like, oh my goodness, change, and we don't get it. Think about what people voted for Obama. People voted for Obama for change.
Barack.
That's exactly what they voted for.
Hope and change.
Whether that was intelligent or not, or misplaced faith or not, what did they really get? What real difference was there between Bush and Obama?
The name.
Skin color.
Slightly gayer.
Different skin tone. We don't mean to be facetious. No, you're making a good point.
I don't even know.
You're making a good point.
I'm with you.
Keep going. Keep raging.
Look, the big thing for me with the two of them is it was the intelligence community. It was the intelligence apparatus. Like, that's all they're about.
That's like the biggest oxymoron in the world, the intelligent agency. Intelligence agency.
No, I think you're right, though, at least from Bush, if not a long time before, honestly. But there's been this president figurehead, but the policy hasn't shifted much, despite going from Bush to Obama, et cetera, right?
No, exactly. The Bush-Clinton, like...
Good point.
If you look at the foreign policy, there was no difference. And they were all for the Iraq war. Everybody across the board between those camps, the majority of the Republican Party, the majority of the Democratic Party were all for it. All that they were different on for 2 decades, probably a little bit longer, was some parts of domestic policy. But even on domestic policies, they were for the most part, they were extremely similar on economic policy. The Democratic Party's shift towards far left, socialist economic policies has only happened since Obama, got elected the second time, and really didn't happen under Obama. It's really been since Trump ran for president, actually. So that's less than a decade.
Yeah, and that's a short time.
That's taken over the Democratic platform. So, to me, Trump seemed like this great outsider candidate. It's he was a Democrat, but he wasn't in politics. I don't think we got duped. I'm trying to figure out what's changed. Because it feels like something's changed.
I'm with you. That's a tough... Mm-hmm. I mean, I think 10 years in politics will change you, and Trump is not the same Trump he was in 2016.
No. He's definitely... The politician has rubbed off on him.
Yeah, right. If you're feeling the way Zeb is, and we're talking about Trump is becoming a politician, I mean, part of that is this very unsavory noticing of the fact that you've got to compromise things you really don't want to compromise in order to get the best available outcome, I guess, is kind of what we're all hoping is happening.
And he's always been...
pragmatism.
There you go. That's the word I was looking
He's
for.
always been, trying to...
At the same time, pragmatism is useless if it undercuts your actual goal. Because the whole point of pragmatism is is finding the best solution to get to your goals. So my thing is, I just keep feeling like every time something goes through the House, through the Senate, every time it seems like we're constantly we're the ones constantly sacrificing everything that we actually want for the hope that the thing that was done will at least fix this one problem. And even on the immigration thing, I think Zeb kind of has a decent point of like, you mean to tell me that 1 million people who came to the border and crossed the border, however, which here's my thing. I'm not sure that every single one of those self-deportations, I'm not convinced all of those are people who just crossed the border. There's a lot of ways people get into this country and then they overstay visas, that sort of thing. It's possible that a lot of those people are going back to other countries, going back to other areas. There are plenty of people who, you know, people talk about, oh, they spent all this money to get across with coyotes and stuff like that. And it's like, that stuff is somewhat true. But I think a number of these people who maybe are self-deporting, they were people who didn't pay anything. They were used as mules by the cartels. But my thing is, how many of those people are there? Like, is it really enough of those people and all these other groups to add up to 1 million? I don't know.
Well, think about it this way. I mean, there's
don't know.
probably something like at least 40 to 60 million illegals, I think, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Probably like 100 million.
Well, so say it's 100. 1 out of 100 of those people see the threats of arrest and decided to get the fuck out. That actually seems kind of reasonable by the numbers.
See, that does. And this is my thing. 100 million seems kind of crazy when you consider that the legal population, that would mean like 1 in 4 people in this country was illegal. Now, if you want to say 1 in 4 people living in this country aren't citizens, that I could get behind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even if it's 40,
like
if it's 40 million, even if it's 20 million that are here illegally. Well, I'm saying that's implying that only 1 in 20 self-deported. I still think that's realistic.
No, yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
It's just such a huge number, like, you know what I mean?
People don't like the thought of, you know, law enforcement coming to their door with guns. And some people are like, if my days are numbered, why not get that $1,000? It's going to go way farther wherever I'm going.
Yeah.
I will say too, did you see the videos of LA like over the 4th of July weekend?
No traffic.
How is there no traffic for the first time ever in LA?
Somebody's left. I mean, people have left. Who knows how many, but
well, see, this is the thing. There are certain areas like those big cities where absolutely, because of their proximity to the border and their policies, that's where they're congregating. It's just like, I mean, and this has been going on for years. Like anyone who's looked into it, it's like the places where these people are going, they're wanting to get to the big cities. They don't. It's like the smart ones are going to rural towns, but there's not many of them. And the ones that are mostly getting there, I mean, remember when Biden was, you know, flying them to upstate New York, like into rural communities. I mean, that was the thing that was happening under the Biden administration. But the majority of those people, they'll go where they're told, but for the most part, they're going and congregating in these big cities because those rural towns, like, well, they're illegal. It's like if they don't provide stuff out there, it doesn't make national news, but people are stopping them from voting or, you know, they're not going to let them count or do any of this other stuff in their area because, you know, they're not, it's like most people aren't that stupid.
I think the idea of the self-deportations too, like you're saying, is the whole reason to come here illegally is for some sort of benefit. And if you remove the benefits, and like you're kind of maybe, I don't mean not to put word, but there's not much of a benefit to certain places. There's a huge benefit in others. Like even everyone thinks Mexicans or South Americans that are coming, but there's 700,000 Somalians in Minnesota.
That's what I just wanted to say was everybody thinks about the Mexicans and are talking about the Mexicans being deported, like the weed farm out in California. All the Mexicans go. There are twice as many, if not 3 times as many Somalians, Korean, you know, South Korean, North Korean. There's so many different that are coming in here that are embedded. How many of those sleeper cells did they bring with them and are embedded that we'll never know about because we can't be transparent about a fucking thing like a stupid fucking Epstein file? Thank you.
Dude, I'm with you. It's the transparency. But again, I go back to what was one of the biggest things that Obama ran on?
Deportation. Well, yeah, and
Well,
transparency.
deportation too. You're
Yeah.
right, but
He was the
deportation,
deporter in charge, man.
transparency, Change. So my thing is, if you are looking at some of Trump's policies, and you look at, or at least rhetoric, and you look at his rhetoric compared to Obama, it's funny how there's this dichotomy between the two. When, I mean, dude, Trump's willing to drop bombs. I think he's maybe a little smarter about it, maybe, but I've been struggling to see the biggest differences other than who he pays lip service to. I do think, and I'm not being completely. I'm stretching that a little bit.
What's this guy's name again?
'Cause there's clear differences.
King Hunter. You want to know how you get the answers here?
How?
Hear me out. There's a pizza shop on the Upper West Side.
Okay.
I need you to go there. And I need you to film the basement. And you send it into the show.
Oh.
And we'll do a whole live stream on it. You get all the answers you want. Some you didn't want.
Goodness.
All right. Well, thank you for derailing everything.
If I could do that, I've done it by now.
King Hunter, it's always great to have you call in. You're just at 10 and a half minutes, though, so I'm going to boot you.
Yep.
Fantastic phone call as always. I hope.
No, you actually did give me some things to ponder on there, though.
All right. So you're in the King Hunter not looking good camp. Are you a Panican?
I clearly would be in the Panican. That is the stupidest. Like, God dang it! It's so dumb because it's not out of panic; it's out of annoyance.
Well, you go be a relaxacan.
Relaxacan
for the rest of Sunday,
Yeah.
if you can. Take it easy, buddy. Thank you for calling. As always, good to have you.
Thank you.
Hang up here, and the phone line should be open. All righty. Area code 406. You are on the air. I think.
Hello.
406. Or whoever happens to be listening to me. I think they might have walked away while they were on hold. All right, I'm going to let you go. You can call back for sure. Oh, the number 814. Never mind. 360 area code. You were on the air.
Oh my, caller sloppy seconds. Happy to be on the air with you, John.
What's going on?
You guys talked about family and the attack on the family, and I just wanted to mention that intergenerational wealth is a big thing that they don't want to happen because that's how they got where they are today. Is for a long time their family lineage passed on wealth and accumulated wealth and got more and more stuff, and instead of pissing it away, they gave it to their kids and their kids gave it to their grandkids, and so they just don't want competition, I think, is the biggest reason they go after the family.
Good point. Very good point. You're right.
And to go along with that, with the who is they, you guys have been talking about the international community or the intelligence community, sorry, the IC.
Sure.
I feel like they're not at the top. I feel like your hierarchy goes more the old families and their crazy cults, whatever, and then they run the banks and the financial institutions, and they're closely tied to the science guys, which are the biotech and the physicists. And then you have people like ARPA-E, IBM, and Google, who controls basically the nuclear stockpile on the internet. And then you have the intelligence guys below them, because the NSA is basically security, cybersecurity for megacorps and government contractors. And then the CIA is kind of their international foot soldiers to implement corporate policy for their holdings.
That's a sober take, I think. That's an interesting...
That's a good breakdown.
Interesting way to look at it. Would you say that the person at the top of the pyramid is then has the last name Rothschild?
You know, I think it's not just one person. I think it's kind of a small club and then incestuously related. I would say that, yeah, sure, the Rothschilds are on there, and then you've got most of the names people don't know. It's probably like the Mars family, and some of the popular brand names that people buy are like, well, I just don't think about it, but it's actually a family name. So you got those guys, and then you kind of have their practitioners, so the higher up clergy class, which would be the DOD guys, the military guys that are like generals who they don't control stuff, but they're in the club kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then again, I come back to the intelligence guys kind of sit underneath all of that. And the Zeb brought up, well, why are they going after the science and education? And I mean, the science traditionally throughout history progression in science crashes the economy and changes everything. So if they control, like IBM, you won't learn real science unless you have a contract with IBM or Google and you're working on one of their systems. And I feel like when you look at why did Ghislaine, however you say her name's dad, run a textbook company for the universities, if you read what he said, it's all standard model shit. Standard model hasn't done a damn thing for science in over 80 years. It's useless. And in fact, if you try and learn standard model and do actual science, you'll see more and more that it just doesn't work and it doesn't fit together, and it's a non-unified theory, and that's intentional. And I have talked to grad students who study physics, and they get approached by DARPA, depending on what they're working at or working for. And I'm like, if you're working on a project and DARPA comes up to you, work on something else, because you don't want to deal with those guys. I don't want to reveal too much about myself, but I've been yelled at by the ARPA guys and by the Department of Energy because I was working on a project or a research project for a unification theory. And they don't want unification out there because, again, it would crash the economy. And all the energy guys, they work on planned obsolescence. They don't work on new tech. Like, the computer you use is from the 70s. x86 platform and the backbone of what everybody uses today. It's like ancient technology. This lithography, how they make computers, that's all old. But anyway, that was my rant.
No, it's good. I mean, I think it even maybe is bigger than just physics and science, though. Is that not the same thing as in pharmaceuticals developing a drug that deals with symptoms and never actually cures you? Isn't that sort of this? It's all this subscription model.
I would agree with that. I don't know as much about pharmaceuticals. I know a little bit about organic chemistry enough to be dangerous.
I just mean I think this pattern in your field that you see in your field, I think other people in other fields also see the same thing. There's no real science being done. Agree. Yeah. What about quantum mechanics, though? I wanted to throw that at you. There is science beyond the standard model.
So the standard model is kept around because it is a dead end. It is you have general relativity, which nobody knows what it is, and special relativity, and nobody knows what that is. But everybody knows there are two and not one. And they love to conflate grand unification theory and the theory of everything. So the theory of everything is, hey, look, we've solved consciousness. We know all there is to know, and now we just have to feel out the details, which we won't have in our lifetime. But a unification theory is a connection between the stuff that models stars and solar systems and galaxies and quantum mechanics. So right now there's a different math that you need to use to study stars than you use to study particles. Right. And that's called a non-unified theory. And as soon as you publish a unified theory that is scalar, then you solve for things like how does gravity work and how do we use gravity to make energy, and so that would destroy the economy. That would completely change everything that people took for granted as like how their phones work or how the power grid works. That would all change. And the oligarchical systems definitely don't want that. That's national security level stuff. And that's weapons grade stuff. So the whole patent system was created by the Navy so that they could control science. So if you file a patent, you now become subject to the laws of DOD. Which is why I've never filed patents for my stuff, because I can tell them to go fuck themselves if they try to classify my stuff. But if you file a patent, they can classify your stuff under national security without your consent. Even though you invented it, you published it, you did all the work.
I have up on the screen right now, I don't know if you see, but a 2007 research paper published by an independent researcher, Anthony Garrett Lisi. Have you ever read this? An exceptionally simple theory of everything?
I'm familiar with Garrett Lisi's work. He did a bunch of topology stuff in the E8 field. It's right there, the first thing. And that's the interesting thing that he does is he's kind of a smoke screen. He's a catch-all for people that are just getting into the field, because some of his stuff is the right way, I would argue, to build the unification theory. But E8, the system I built is way more intricate than E8, but simpler, if that makes sense at all. And so he's doing structural stuff and topological stuff, and he's talking about like geometries beyond what normal people would consider like Euclidean 3D space stuff.
What are your thoughts on Terrence Howard?
I'm not familiar with Terrence Howard, to be quite honest.
He's talking about the actor that played like Iron Man or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. He was in like that rap show, but he went on Joe Rogan and
I don't know.
He tried to come up with basically a new periodic table.
It was
the periodic. I can understand. Like the guy that invented the periodic table came up with it in his sleep. The name is escaping me, but it's a good reference, but it is not an accurate description of like what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher this, but it was like a helix-shaped periodic table is what he presented.
There's a bunch of those.
Yeah, well, the periodic tables, you got protons and neutrons, and then you have electrons, and you put them together, and as you add more or less, then you get different elements. And then as you go up the periodic table, there's kind of like a cyclic patterns that appear. So the particle gets bigger as you add more protons and neutrons until you hit a certain point, and then it compactifies, and that system starts all over again. And then you have the noble gases, which don't bond with anything most of the time. But if the problem is standard model electrons, protons, and neutrons aren't how they describe them. Like how they describe subatomic particles is called the bag model. Gosh, I didn't want to talk about physics. But
I'm interested.
It's called the bag model. And the bag model essentially says there's a collection of things that don't have a structure that eventually form protons and neutrons. And then there's a thing called an electron that eventually connects to the protons and neutrons. And that description it's backwards. Like electrons are a projection from the protons and neutrons, and the protons and neutrons have a structure, and they're part of space, and space has a shape. And that's part of the work that I've been working on for a long time now, is what shape does space have and what geometric systems emerge from space to create the reality we live in. And so anyway, this is all high-level stuff.
No, I was gonna. So we're running into our 10-minute thing here, but I want to just to bring this back to be. So, as a very obviously knowledgeable and talented physicist, all this Trump stuff and where our country will go and who's in charge, is it stochastic or is it deterministic?
I think that they are dealing with a traumatic part of. They're trying to make it deterministic, but it is chaotic fundamentally. So they're trying to fuck the dancing crazy horse kind of a thing, and they want to bring it under control. But right now, Zoomers, I love Zoomers, man. They aren't buying this shit anymore. They're just sick of it. They don't watch TV. They don't really fall for the World War II myth. Like I talk to Zoomers all the time, and they're like, "World War II is bullshit. We were friends with communists. Fuck them." And they know that they're going to have to deal with that, and they don't know how. And so the TV is dying, and the TV is like mind control for the masses. They're losing the grip of the internet, like Cloudflare. Google controls Cloudflare, and Cloudflare is the internet. If you don't say something Google doesn't like, they'll DDoS you, or they'll just yank your access to the internet, and you're done. You can't say anything. So they know that won't work with Zoomers either, because they just they love their TikTok. And so that's what I think they're dealing with.
I have hope. That's my white pill as well, is the Zoomers. I think they're good kids, and I think they're thinking for themselves. I hate to say it, though. We ran a little over our sort of 10-minute allocation. I hope you call back, man. Somebody wants you to call back and explain the double slit experiment, if you would. So we'll save that for another.
Interference from the sensor.
That's kind of what I assumed too. But thank you again for calling, and I hope to talk to you again. Great phone call.
Thanks, John.
Take it easy.
I was not smart enough to be.
Man,
none of us are.
Dude, are you kidding me, man?
It's our buddy in Hawaii, Mr. Music, I believe.
Hey.
What's going on?
I remember him.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Your thoughts on any of the things we've discussed in this show?
Yeah, I have a quote I wanted to share on all of this stuff.
Please do.
And I think it's a good one. I'll read it twice, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So that there's my mindfulness bell. Let's all take a deep breath.
Are you gonna put me in like some sort of spell? What is this?
Are you hypnotizing us?
That's what it is.
No, not at all. Helps me be in the present moment.
No, do your thing.
Okay, so here's the quote. This is from Ralph Waldo Emerson's essay on compensation. He says, "The farmer imagines power and place are fine things, but the president has paid dear for his White House. It has commonly cost him all his peace and the best of his manly attributes. To preserve for a short time so conspicuous an appearance before the world, he is content to eat dust before the real masters who stand erect behind the throne. I'll read it one more time, so now we can really chew on it.
I've got it here up on the screen here. We'll read along. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. The farmer imagines power and place are fine things, but the president has paid dear for his White House. It has commonly cost him all his peace and the best of his manly attributes. To preserve for a short time so conspicuous an appearance before the world, he is content to eat dust before the real masters who stand erect behind the throne.
What does that mean to you? I'm going to read it one more time while you translate that to millennial and Zoomer for us.
Okay, yeah.
Let's go. The farmer imagines power and place are fine things because he has none.
I think I see where he's going with this.
Well, I mean, you could look at what Emerson says about farmers in the rest of the essay, but for me, applying this to Trump, he's paid dear for his White House.
Sure.
Like the campaign initially, the Russiagate hoax, and then the 4 years he had no peace.
Yeah, that part rings real hard. It has commonly cost him all his peace and the best of his manly attributes. It changes him.
And then now he has possibly made some kind of deal that he's eating dust before the real masters who stand erect behind the throne.
Yeah, to preserve for a short time, so just for a tiny little slice, so conspicuous an appearance before the world, so the appearance of power and status. So to preserve his presidentialness, he is content, or he is willing to eat dust, very poetic, eat shit, before the real masters, the shadowy people really in charge that we don't know, who stand erect behind the throne. It's a fantastic quote, man.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for letting me share it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Deacon.
I was just agreeing with him. That's spot on. That is spot on.
Emerson is fantastic.
And you can see that quote in Trump. You can see the manifestation from the first term through this term. And man, that's spot on.
Mr. Music, did this just pop into your head because you're so familiar with this essay, or how did you come across this quote?
I remembered it after last week's show.
Do you read a lot of Emerson?
I mean, yeah.
My favorite is Self-Reliance. I really love that essay.
Yeah, killer. That's a killer one.
That's wild, though. And this was written, does it say when it was written? 1841.
Wow.
164.
Yeah, in the first series.
That is incredible.
164 years. That's about as many bar fights as Cat Turd's been in.
Nah.
How much?
Oh yeah, and you use the poem at the beginning of Self-Reliance. I think on one of your videos.
I reference a lot of those little sayings from that essay all the time. Man is his own star. There's a lot of good ones.
Given the date of this, do you think he's referencing Jackson and his fight against the banks?
That's a good question. I don't know about that. I don't have his journals in front of me, but I know that he did meet Lincoln, and so he wrote about Lincoln in his journals.
Interesting.
We're gonna have to read. I'm gonna have to read through this. Now you can see. Now I'm getting distracted. I want to read the whole thing.
Yep.
Specifically outside of Emerson and without stealing his genius, Mr. Music, what's your own take, or what would your own paragraph there be? You say, "Damn it, man! That's why I used Emerson."
Well, yeah, but even Emerson says, think for yourself. Don't what Diogenes or what Aristotle said is important, but you need to speak for yourself as a man. I don't know that I have any firm conclusions, but everything is really weird right now. Like I don't believe Trump can even believe his own distractions and deflections. And Tulsi, she's, from Hawaii. She's got this like hot Hapa surf mom thing going on, but like I've been skeptical of her since the COVID hoax, when she was still in power in the state, and she was doing these like live like telecalls pretty much every night, and so even the Tulsi thing could be a distraction. I don't see any prosecutions ever happening with that hoax, and they're still pushing it at work. I heard a little bit of national propaganda radio, and they were still saying this. They're calling this Russia stuff a hoax, but this is true. This actually happened. And so, yeah, with Trump, and with everything, it's just a big question mark. I don't have any firm conclusion.
It's all good, man. I think that's a rational answer. Now, are you still, I did answer you in the Gilded. Are you good to go to be our actual call-in guest next Sunday still?
I'd love to. Thank you so much.
All right, so you have a week
invite.
to put your thoughts together on this stuff, and I really want to hear them.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We're going to let you go unless you had a final thought.
No, just love yourself and each other.
No catch. Oh, there you go. I was going to say catchphrase.
Nice.
Well, Mr. Music, thank you for calling in. I think we have time for probably one more here. And there it is.
I like that guy.
Yeah. That was a spot on.
You are on the air with 3CC. What's going on?
Hey, John. It's Jones in it. Long time.
Oh, what's up?
What's up?
You got through.
Deacon Mojack. I finally made it through. Yoo-hoo. First time.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
To say. I have so much to say. My first question is, what's going on with you and Cat Turd?
John shit in his litter box.
I shit in his litter box. I don't.
You shit in his litter box?
I don't like him.
No.
That's what's going on. I never really listened to him. I was following him apparently, and so
I had
stupid tweets pop up. He's on our side, quote unquote, our side. Like I'm aware of that. But I think we're transitioning from a world controlled by an older generation to one that, like the J.D. Vances of the world, are starting to pop up. And I think there are new ideas that are good, just like there's new ideas that are bad one. And I just don't like him. I think he's kind of clownish and cartoonish and high on his own supply.
Yeah.
That he got these followers. And if you read through his page or whatever, it's just a giant circle jerk of boomer stupidity. I'm not trying to be ageist, okay? Nothing against boomers. But I don't really see value in anything he says. It's just noise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I made some noise.
Yes, you did. My mom never liked his name. She couldn't understand why he named himself Cat Turd.
I don't have an answer for that. No one can understand that.
Right? Well, instead of saying the J.D. Vances of the world, maybe you should say the John Wards of the world.
Oh, no.
You are world champion.
I'll never get involved on that level ever. You don't want my leadership, trust me.
It'd be chaotic, I can guarantee that.
Well, I do think we need I play my part in all of this. I introduce shenanigans once. Try to find the humor in it, I guess. But
well,
no.
I really hope you could find some shenanigans and come with us in September.
I know. I'm hoping so. I think I might have gotten roped into this producing college football type shit. My fall might be pretty nuts. But
no.
By the way,
I talked to him and we are going.
Okay, I guess we're going.
Yes, we're going. Yes.
Fill me in. Where are you going?
I'm so happy to hear that.
It's a big, I don't want to dox or give too much information, but it's just like a gathering. It's a fun thing to do. Which
Yeah, I talked to him.
Trying to make it.
Jack, I love you. Thank you.
But,
You're awesome. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Oh, we're not committed yet.
No, we're not committed yet. We're not committed.
But Dan would like to try all that stuff. I know Frank from Quite Frankly is also having an event in September and also putting on a concert, I believe, in January,
cool.
which he asked me if
Is that in New York?
It might be. I'm assuming so, but I guess I don't know.
I think that one is.
Okay.
The concert? Do we even talk about the concert?
No, we didn't, but I've talked to him.
Frank, if you don't know, is an incredible musician, and so is his brother.
Yeah.
And they've put on concerts
Yes.
before, and I have these weird old meme songs and stuff, and he asked me if I'd like perform one.
Oh
so.
my God, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, we should get you
I
up there, too.
came outside.
But yeah,
I don't
no,
want to miss that, but I don't want to miss you coming in September either. Oh man, that's so hard to choose.
well, we'll pull out. That the concert's not till January. or
January.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, so that if I make something, I'm going to aim for that for sure. I'm hoping to go to his thing in September and also yours, but I have this.
We got to go
can't-
to Frank's.
Can't fully talk about it but I might have to do like real work. It kind of sucks.
Well, you don't have to do any work with us. You get to enjoy yourself, so that might be more
Making
towards coming to
just so much pressure.
work or play. Work or play. Which one are you going to choose?
Well, it's like we're talking about everybody getting in the same space and family reunions and having something of like a social tribe that gets. I mean, you, caller, have put in a ton of work into that. I think that's something that's very needed. I think it'll
Thank you.
take time to build, though. But somebody has to get out there and kick it all off. I was trying to say, I did get your package, which was awesome, and we have the majority of that stuff sitting out there. But thank you very much. That was incredible.
I'm so glad you love it.
I meant
I'm so
to
glad.
film opening it up, but things got a little hectic. So, but you guys saw it, dude?
No.
You saw the package?
I
No.
think I did. Was that the one with the stickers and stuff?
Yeah, all that stuff.
No, I didn't see it.
We've got stickers on our
And the don't let
refrigerator,
the memes be dreams.
all kinds of stuff. It was awesome. It was super thoughtful, super personalized. Very much appreciated.
Yeah, it
Well,
showed up
I
like
had
the
to
day
show my
after
love
we did
somehow.
the gorilla video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't derail with thought. As far as topics of today's show, we still got a little bit of time on this call. Any thoughts you wanted to get in, or any other more questions you wanted to ask before we let you go?
I've asked all my questions. I just want you guys to keep plugging away and doing what you do best. Love you and keep kicking ass.
We appreciate that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you as well, and we will do whatever is possible to get down there in September. No joke, but no promises.
No promises.
Hey, it's okay. I totally understand. Maybe Mojack is the one that shows up. If you're
We'll
busy
send
going
him.
and doing
Oh, no.
something else
Send
in
him.
September, maybe you send Mojack.
He's gonna probably honestly like start disappearing again. I would guess.
No, you got till October.
October.
You got till
So it's
October.
possible. I'll let him know the details.
And since they've passed Sunday hunting in Pennsylvania, that's like all weekend now. So not just one day, it's 2 days. I know Carol's sitting there looking like Jesus.
Well, thank
There
you
was in
again.
the packet.
And I also, by the way, I'm just saying caller because I don't want to like dox anybody in case they don't want their name out there or anything. But I hope you call back in a future Sunday show or anything like that. It's always great to
I
hear from you.
absolutely will. It's Jones in it, yes.
Yeah, on Twitter, right? People
I'm
can
not
follow
doxed. Yeah, I'm Jones in it.
So check her out on Twitter. Very much appreciate the call, and please enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope to see you in September.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Where we
I'm so bad at this time.
dare you.
I was an accident. I'm sorry.
Got one more.
What time is it?
You got 5 minutes.
Let's take it. Caller, you are on the air. Final call of the show. What is going on? What's on your mind?
Hey, my name's Christopher, and I had an interesting thought, because you guys are pointing out, like, immigrants are going to, this issue of immigrants coming to the country is probably going to be occurring after the next administration comes in. So there probably has to be an incentive structure to discourage them, or some type of structure to discourage them from actually coming in the future at all with future administrations, because we're probably going to be in the exact same place once a new person's put in the White House. So what do you guys think would be a good idea for that?
Are we talking diplomatic? Or are we talking physical barriers? What are we talking about here? Because I could go down a big road there. I think the wall needs to be finished, for one thing. I think that fucking wall needs to be finished and done and manned and occupied at all times. I think that right there would probably be one of the biggest deterrents that would help deter anybody from coming across that.
I think the people matter very much, and my biggest concern is what happens after Trump. And again, it's arguable how much actual power somebody like that has. But as far as a genuine leader that brought the right together and reminded us that we're people with value and we can fight and win, Like, we needed Trump so bad to kind of snap us out of the post-Obama shit.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And I think there's no equation or system or model that can account for a unique person like that has that sort of power, maybe, for lack of a better
Vision.
word. Charisma.
The vision.
Vision. He's just very strong to the point where the shit he's doing now with Epstein is pissing us all off. But that's who he is. I don't see that in someone like J.D. Vance. I don't really see that in other politicians whose names we know in the Republican Party. So Trump is at least up until recently was very much something of a spiritual leader. I almost call him more of like a bishop or priest, or think of him that way. He just did so much in 2016 and in especially that first term in reminding us that it's okay to fight, that you can fight, and that's how you win. That winner mentality.
Yeah.
And my concern is that we will be dragged back into this black pill quagmire once he's gone, or now maybe even sooner. So I don't
absolutely taking that black pill is absolutely the worst thing that you could possibly do. Excuse me for interrupting you.
No, please do. You called in. Yeah, talk, please.
But I think maybe definitely trying to improve yourself, making a community of your own people that you can actually relate to, train with, and eventually trying to rely upon each other versus relying upon a higher power, which is honestly, that's a detriment to society. And trying to actually have that group of people that you can relate to, trying to have those cultural values that you can encourage upon each other. And in addition, trying to shift the Overton index of what we deem acceptable, what we deem is valuable, what we think is our culture should be in America, would actually maybe open the gate to more people, even more to what we believe.
I think it starts from the top up. I think if people focus more on local politics and electing people that actually stood for their beliefs within their own town, county, state, then you would see a real change at the federal level, because they would have no choice but to change based off of everything below them.
Yeah, I think
that's very, very true.
Everything's got to get more local. I always like the G.K. Chesterton quote, politicians should be kept close enough to kick them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
exactly.
Part of this system is that it's allowed this total separation. Like, we don't even know who's really in charge, although we all suspect somebody or some group of people. But, like, we can't even know. And I agree with earlier that there's these, CIA is in some sense foot soldiers and enforcers for this unseen kingly class or priestly class or whatever the hell they are. So there's so many moving pieces and so many people, hundreds of millions of people, billions of people, all with their own ideas and things like that. I know it's frustrating, but shit does change very slowly compared to how one single person would like it to happen. So I'm certainly not, giving up hope on or anything. Somebody said in the comments, don't you think Trump is planning for the future as well? I like to think he is. I do.
And I'm sure that he is, but it's just everything going on has us blind to what,
Well, the one good thing
that
comes out of all this chaos is you're sort of forced to acknowledge, like Emerson wrote, that all you can have is self-reliance. Yep. You trust yourself because you can't really know or trust anything else for sure. And then you got to find other like-minded people. I think that's super important. But yeah, that's I guess my 2 cents, if that makes any sense.
That does make sense. Yeah, because I think one of the two most important things are things that are internal to you, because everything that's external to you, such as what other people do, you can change it to a certain extent, but there's really only two things that you can actually have concrete control of: your mind and the relationships that you have with other people. And if you can manage to control that in your life and actually better yourself by, I'm about to just go to the gym, which everyone here should be doing, by the way, and try and do that every day if you can. That's all I had.
It's a fantastic call. We very much appreciate it. I think it's a good way to end the show. I hope you will call again. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Have a good night.
Take it easy. I'm going to just close Zoom out here real quick just to make sure. There we go. We don't actually get interrupted. So that's it. We're there. It's a little past 6 o'clock. As always, thank you to the Deacon for joining us.
Thank you for having me another day. It's great. Always remember, never forget. If you know what you're doing, you're fine.
If you know what you're doing,
You're fine.
You're fine. Mihaly, it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you in a while. Any final thoughts, plugs?
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here. Real life Mihaly on Instagram. If you want to give me a follow, I don't think I've ever plugged that one before. So,
I like it.
I want to say good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, Sogorforskaz.com, SOGORSCASD.com. Go ahead and donate to my political campaign if you feel like
our school board candidate.
Yeah, if you have any sort of, sympathy towards a guy trying to get the litter boxes out of a school, go ahead and go ahead and donate.
Yeah, throw them if you're in the area, by all means, and you're eligible to vote in the State College Area School District School Board elections. Vote Mihaly Sogor for sure. But that is it for today. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember, you are a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.